What's up, ladies and gentlemen? That one Andrew here, and welcome to a little, I guess it's informative discussion. Maybe turn into a rant type of video. Who knows how it's gonna go? I'm all pepped up. Maybe, if that's a saying. I'm not sure. I'm just busting out these little commentary videos, aren't I? So as you can tell right now, the background music, excuse me, is playing. Just keep, I like that. I don't like being quiet. I like multitasking into thing. I swear I have ADD or something. Who knows? I'm talking really fast. But, background playing. There's no, screen capture here because there's not really anything. I could show a lot of articles about this, but I'm sure if you're into the gaming news, you already know what's going on. You already know what's happening. You know about this news. What we're talking about, and what you probably noticed from the title, is PlayStation 4.5. And there's been a lot of talks and a lot of discussion about this recently, since at GDC there's a big rumor, big article by Kotaku saying, hey, PS4.5, this is a thing, and people are like, okay, yeah, maybe, we'll see. And then the Wall Street Journal was like, hey, PS4.5 is probably really a thing, and people are like, okay, this is probably a real thing. And then there are also rumors about Xbox One, not as concrete and cement as the PlayStation 4.5. Like PlayStation 4.5, it's all but confirmed right now. It's most likely real. It probably is real, and it's probably going to come out very soon. But Xbox 1.5, which sounds weird to say, there are just rumors going around about it, but there's not really anything too concrete and too in place about that. But this is going to be an opinion thing about this. So I guess to start off, my opinion about it, I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. Just to repeat myself, in case you didn't know, I hate this. I do not like this. So the big arguments I've heard so far is that, well, first off, we'll get into what is PS4.5? Well, it's not confirmed, so we don't really know. But we know that the rumors are 4K resolution. That's supposed to be like a thing, 4K resolution. So that's going to be one of the big things. I think double the CPU processor power, something like that. Maybe run VR better. 4K Blu-ray player type thing. I don't know. There's a lot of rumors going on around. The other rumors are no games will be specific to the PS4.5. So it'll be like you can play Far Cry 4 on the PS4.5, but you can also whatever's gonna come out, like Black Ops 4. Oh god, I hope that's not real. The next Assassin's Creed that comes out in 2 years after the PS4.5 is released, you can still play that on your PS4. It is the news right now that we're hearing. Now, my problem with this is, from what I've heard on the internet, a lot of gaming studios, IGN, GameSpot, I'm sure there are others, I just can't think of them right now. I would say Game Trailers, but they're gone. They're for this. They're all like, yeah, PS4.5 sounds awesome. Yeah, this sounds great. This sounds cool. Me, as a general consumer, I buy games all the time. I buy a lot of games. I play a lot of games. I probably have a new game every week. I have money that I can spend. I am going to college right now, so, I have to juggle around loans and all that stuff. But, I just got my PS4 less than a year ago. So, around 10 months ago. And they're already saying, hey, you got this box. And it's a cool box. But if you want the best graphics and you want the best experience, buy this box, which is just like this box. But this box now is going to make the games look better and give you the best gaming experience. So if you bought this box the past 3 years, those 36 million people that bought that box, yeah, fuck you. Yeah, we don't care anymore. Now you gotta buy this box. And those people that waited and didn't get PS4 yet, they're just gonna get this immediately. They're not gonna have to spend $400 on an old box that's, after 2 years, outdated, and then buy another one doesn't matter if they trade it in or whatever, they're still going to have to pay more money than the people that are just like, oh, I'm getting this one. And that's how it's going to work. And I can already see it. PlayStation 4.5 runs this game great, chugs and barely runs on PlayStation 4. I can already see it. There's going to be a game out there that's going to happen. There's going to be a game that comes out specifically made for the 4.5 and then ported over to the PlayStation 4, and it's just not going to be good. I'm not saying it's going to be a first-party game. If anything, first-party games are going to still look great on the PlayStation 4 and second-party games, but it's going to be one of those third-party games, sort of like that transition year 2013-14 when games were coming out for the PS3 and Xbox 360 and PS4 and Xbox One, and the older generation games, they're like, okay, this is starting to be really bad. Of course, those were, I mean, it's kind of like the same thing that those were older games, and I mean older stations. At that point, they're like 10 years old by then. But if they're already outdating the PS4, this is basically like the PlayStation 5. It might as well be called the PlayStation 5, because that's what game stations are. Game stations aren't this huge revolutionary change. Look at the PlayStation 3 to 4. What's so different between the PlayStation 3 and 4? PlayStation 4 can play better games, faster processor, it can play VR. I mean, is there anything really different? The controller has a light bar on it and a touchpad. But I'm sure out there is a way to make the PlayStation 4 controller work on the PlayStation 3. There's nothing that different. The only difference between consoles in each generation, unless you're Nintendo, is that from the PS1 to PS2, better insides. PS2 to PS3, Blu-ray, better insides. PlayStation 3 to 4, better insides. That's a new console. So releasing the 4.5, you might as well say it's a PlayStation 5, giving this console life cycle almost 3 years. 3 fucking years. And the popular argument I'm hearing a lot with like, oh, this is good, this is okay, you know, this is good, I like how consoles are doing this. Is PCs, that's what they have to do in the PC market, is they upgrade their computers every 2 or 3 years. Well, fun fact, people don't buy consoles thinking, man, I can't wait for in 2 years I gotta upgrade this. Gotta buy a whole new, diggity new one. Oh boy, gee whiz, that's gonna be fun, so I can get the best gaming experience. Won't that be great? The PlayStation 3, just look at Uncharted 1 to The Last of Us. That's how these consoles can last a long time. These consoles, they can look better than this. They can suck more power out of this. You tell me after 2 years you're done, that you can't make the games any better than this. That this is it. I don't believe that for a second. When every other console generation behind us has gotten better throughout the years. Even with like the N64, you had the expansion pack, but that was just for load times. So there wouldn't be any load times. Because like Majora's Mask looks great compared to Mario 64. Not really. I mean, not in such a dramatic sense, but you know what I mean. And this is just, I don't like this trend, because people play consoles because they don't play PC. Yes, there are some people that play both PC and console, and they upgrade their PC every year, and they're like, sure, let me upgrade my console every year. But the vast majority, out of the 90 million people that bought a PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, I would say maybe 5 million of them also game on PC. Roughly 5 million. And then the other thing is that this is going to confuse parents so much. This is going to confuse them so much. Just look at the Wii to the Wii U. I still get questions all the time because where I live, or just around, people know that I play games. They know I'm a gamer. And they always ask me, I think it was Christmas, someone came up to me and asked, hey, what's the Wii U? Is that the Wii? Like, what is this? I don't really understand what it is. Like, is it the same thing? Is it that? And PlayStation, you know, they've done PlayStation, PlayStation X, whatever, PSX, whatever it's called, and plays 2, 3, 4. So it's, relatively easy. And then you throw in 4K or 4.5 or whatever the fuck they call this. It's going to confuse parents. And yes, they get confused that easily. They're like, I don't understand. Why is this one cheaper than that one? Is this one a new one? Should I buy the new one for my kid? What do I do with this new one? And it's just going to confuse the living hell out of them. I can already see it now. My mother walk in asking for my brothers, like, hey, what's this new console? I don't understand. Is it new? Like, why is it more expensive than it was before? And what's the difference, really? And if I just sit there, oh, it's prettier graphics. Like, oh, that's it? It's like, yeah, 4K TV, which we don't own because we're not fucking rich. Because a lot of people don't own 4K TVs. I can tell you that right now. That's another argument I've been hearing about, like, these news outlets saying, oh, people upgrade their TVs every year. It's like, who the fuck have you been hanging out with? Who's rich enough to buy $1,000 TV every year? I just got a new TV. I just did after like 4 years of having one about this small. I finally got enough money to get a 32-inch one. And of course, I am a college student, that doesn't get too much disposable income. But I cannot, I know family and friends, they've had the same TVs for like 5 years, 10 years. People don't go and buy a new TV, a 4K new TV. People aren't doing that. If you're rich, sure. But the majority of people are not. And this 4K functionality, which seems to be the big pivotal point of this selling thing, like PS4K, that's what I'm hearing a lot. It's 4K. You gotta have a 4K TV for the 4K to work. That's just plain and simple. That's how it's gonna be. You can't run 4K on a TV from the 80s. A TV that was made in 2005 is not going to run 4K. And I can assure you that people, especially PlayStation 4 owners, are not going to go out, buy VR if you're the hardcore, because this is going to be selling mainly to the hardcore fans at first. So you're expecting them to buy VR, buy the new PlayStation 4.5, even though they have a PlayStation 4, and then go out and buy a fucking 4K TV. What? That's so stupid. And this is what's gonna cause this is the market's gonna collapse if they do this. Cause then they're gonna be like, oh, we did this, in another 2 years we can just sell another fucking iteration of the console and keep doing this. And then you're gonna get fucking just shit where we have consoles coming out every year. Like a cell phone. And a cell phone is different because like, oh, I don't have to spend all $500 right there. And then it's just different. And people don't buy consoles for this, especially casual gamers. They're not going to do this. They don't care about that. They do it for one thing, and that's the games, like most people. And I can tell you right now, the hardcore fans, like me, if you truly care about this industry, you're going to be fucking pissed off if this is real, and this does come out, and it is a better version. Because that's not what it is. That's not what console gaming is. There was never a SNES 0.5. Now, I can see the argument that people make like, oh, but what about the NES top loader and the 360 Slim and the PS3 Slim? Those were the same consoles. Those were still a PlayStation 3. And you could play The Last of Us looking beautiful on an original PlayStation 3. Just like you could with the PS3 Slim. It looked the same. They're talking about making a new console and just covering up with the name. And it's probably going to be more expensive, like $500, if this is real and it does come out. And it's just going to confuse people. And it's just a bad idea, I think. I really think this is a bad idea. And I think that this is a slippery slope to the console crash. Because we just had the launch of new consoles 2.5 years ago. And now, with the NX probably coming out this year, and then the PlayStation 4.5 coming out this year, even without Xbox, that's still a fucking new console launch. 2.5 years later. It would be 3 years if it does come out in November, usually when consoles come out. So 3 years. That is not long at all. We don't even have a first-party game from PlayStation yet. Uncharted 4 is going to be the first one. and they already are making a new console for this year. That's fucking ridiculous. That's mind-blowing. Like, what is that? I don't understand. What is that? It's greed. That's what it is. They want to make more money, and it's despicable, I think. And I hate these news media outlets just spouting their opinion, acting like everyone has the money to buy this, and acting like, oh, if they don't have the money, it's okay. Because it's not. We get fucked because we purchased it before, and we supported you, and we were your fans, and now you're just like, oh, well, you're not rich, so whatever, fuck you. You don't get the best experience. And you might say graphics don't matter, but which they don't, but this is supposed to be performance too. Imagine playing Fallout 4 and it comes out for the PlayStation 4.5, and instead of like those minute loading screens, those loading screens on that were awful in my opinion, especially on PlayStation 4. But say the loading screen is of a minute, it's 10 seconds. And it changes gameplay, and it changes the way you play the game. If it's smoother experience, it doesn't clip, and it doesn't chug, and it doesn't have dropping frame rates and stuff, which a game shouldn't have that, and most don't. Most are very good, but it's just not fair. This is a tend to the wealthy type of deal. This is a person that can buy a PlayStation 4 every 3 years. Someone who can drop $500 right there every year. I can't do that. Like I said, it took me I don't know if I said this here, but it took me just about 2 years to get a PlayStation 4 and save up for that. And that was hard enough. And I'm getting an Xbox One this year because, like I said, they're expensive. These things aren't cheap. Like, they're a lot of money. And they want to make it a 3-year life cycle. That's just ridiculous. There's no argument. It's a new console. They can call it whatever the fuck they want. They can do whatever the fuck they want. The insides are different. The processor is different. Everything's different. The graphics are different. The only thing that's the same is that it's backwards compatible. Same controller. That's it. It might as well be a new console. But anyways, that's just my opinion. I don't like it. Of course, who the fuck cares what I say, honestly. Are you supporting the PlayStation 4.5? Are you going to buy the PlayStation 4.5 if it is real? And when did you buy your PS3? Do you feel ripped off by this? Let me know in the comment section below, and, you know, stay tuned, because I'm sure in the months to come, especially up to E3, when we're going to start hearing a lot of news, we'll know more information about this, and I'll give my modest opinions over this. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.